So what's the Grape Explorer talking about today? So we are back to our Bordeaux Grand Cru series. We talk about a property, a chateau, that we talk about the past, the present, and the future of the property. But today I want to zoom in on one of my favorite properties. This is called Chateau Talbot. And Chateau Talbot is a fourth growth, which we always, in the trade, always said, fourth growth, this wine should be elevated, higher than that. They're making great wines. We also want to include this on our Bring It Up from the Cellar time. So this is 1988 Chateau Talbot. 88 was an interesting vintage. It was right, obviously, wedged between some great years. You had 86, you had also the 89s, but the 88s actually, over a period of time, fleshed out and surprised everybody, and the prices were down. And Chateau Talbot was one of the stars. This wine is it's at its peak. It's drinking now, but this wine will actually age longer. But I want to show you Saint-Julien on the map again. We broke out our Bordeaux map. So it's right here, this little blue area. And look at the proximity of the river. So Chateau Talbot is considered one of the finest wines. It's actually owned by the Cordier family. Consulting enologist today is Stéphane Derencourt, along with top leading wine consultant Eric Boisonnet, who I follow Eric's wines. I think Eric is one of the leading wine consultants in all in Bordeaux. So you got a duo here making these wines. Cordier family was historically one of the oldest families to actually own the Bordeaux properties. They had Gouade La Rose and also La Fleurie Paraguay and Sauternes. They were powerhouse negociants. No longer today, but the family still retains interest in Chateau Talbot. But we really wanted to discuss this property. So they've got some illustrious neighbors here. You've got Léaville-Barton, Léaville-Porfrère, and Léaville-Lescasse. But this is the highest elevation in all of Saint-Julien. So it's on almost like a ridge plateau. So it's actually higher than those vineyards. Had a chance to do, if you can see right here, this is a beautiful Ferret's book on properties, and you can zoom right here and see Chateau Talbot. And interestingly enough here, when they rate this wine, they say, look, classified growth in 1855, but way ahead of its fourth growth status as far as they were concerned with Talbot. But I had a chance to go to this property about 25 years ago, tasted a vertical of 10 different vintages. And what was interesting on that property was they have a museum which has got antique cars. So they had Model Ts going back to 1914 and 1915, which was really cool. It's a great property. There's a secret to this. There's a secret to this property. They also make white wine. It's called Les Cailloux. One of the finest white Bordeaux's that I've ever tasted. We call it Talbot Blanc, but it shouldn't really be considered Talbot Blanc. They call it Cailloux, but it's a beautiful Sauvignon Blanc, racy, delicious, mineral tone, bright acidity. If you see it out there, buy the white wine from Talbot. But this wine right here shows you that these wines are drinking, and you can go back and taste these wines, older vintages like 61 and 78s, and they're still holding their own because it is a great property to follow. Again, this is the Grape Explorer talking about great Grand Cru Classe.